All right, let's get started. This is from last week, so let me just delete these markings here. And we're gonna start at the week because we're in a new week. Gonna look like the buyer.
Hello, our noble leader.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I just have to say hello to our noble leader.
Funny.
Paper route, paper route. You know you are noble leader. You know we can't do it without you now.
Thank you, thank you. I'll do it for y'all. The low for the US 30 is 41,798.5. Oh no, that's the high. This is the high. Hold on. Because I think the monthly and the weekly high is the same. Yeah, it is. So I don't need both lines. The low is 46.85. Not too. 685. That the monthly and the weekly. Where's light? The monthly and the weekly is the same. No, put that back. Put the drawer back together. Got the weekly high and the monthly high is the same, so you just keep the monthly line there. You don't want to confuse the lines. So the the high is 4B1798. That five. And the low is 685. That two. And 41,241.9. So the mid is 41,241.9. That's the midweek area. Let me just make sure my monthly middle is right. So my mid month is 41,203. So that's how, this is how your weekly should look here for US 30. And we got the day opening up above the midweek. So anticipating buys because it's above when it's above this level, we look for buys. When it's below this level, we look for sell. We look for it to be selling. And as you can see, it's been coming to this midweek area here, midweek, mid-month area and rejecting. Yeah. So this is the sell order block here that I'm looking for it to break. This one. So right now we're continuing inside of a buy trend. Just looking at how the weekly opened up. We got it coming out of a daily buy order block right here. So we're in a buy trend. Here. So we've been trending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had a 9-day trend before it pulled back. And right here, 1, 2, 3. So we've been buying for the past 3 days. Here. And right here. Right here. Right here. So you wanna your entry will be when it pulls back to the trend line. So this around here will be your entry because this is where it's rejecting at. Right here at this midweek area. So your entry for buy will be right where your daily trend line is. And how you know your trend line is correct is your trend line should be covering from it should start at the wick of the candle where it started buying from and should come across the bottom halves like this. This the corners of the daily candles for your trend. You see that? How just the bottom corners is out. So when you come back to your 4 hour, you can see that's where it was buying from the trend on the 4 hour. So when it pulls back towards here, will be where you want to buy at. The lower the better, to be honest. I just don't think it's gonna go back. Your stop loss would be under where it's rejecting at. So it would be under this level, under because this is the resistance level. So you will set it under this resistance, under the level of resistance. Your first take profit would be here. That's your weekly high for the US 30. Your second take profit, second profit target would be for it to break out of this sell order block here. Because this is a heavy volume sell area here based off the volume of selling that came out of this order block here. Heavy volumes of sell came from this area.
Screenshot this.
Huh?
Screenshot this.
Yeah, you can screenshot that. That's a second take profit though. So that would be like for a longer hold. This would be your first take profit right here. This would be your first take profit here. Like the weekly high.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey, don't worry, you got this jazz because you be jazzing.
So that would be where your And you will look to take your entries around 10 a.m.
Mhm.
So underwear is rejected. It really looked like we already had a retest right here, though. Like price retested this area right here. I don't think it's gonna pull back that far because this is a retest right here on a 4 hour. Do y'all see that right here? Oh, price retested this area, came here and retested this area on Friday.
So do we look for the entry pattern on the 30-minute?
You look for it on a 30-minute right here. So that would have been your entry. You see it made the pattern right there.
Yeah.
The wick, the candle light, the spin top.
Doji.
Yeah, the spin top doji candle or doji spin top, followed by the flat, but it was a strong flat. That was a strong engulfing on this 30 one.
Yes. So how do you enter off that leg? Because do I wait for the flat candle to close? Because like you said, it already moved pretty
It
fast. It really engulfed. Like,
it didn't.
so I
It
would have missed that
opened.
move.
It opened up when you see that it's opening up like this, like
Open the flat?
the flat when it opens up flat, like that's your indication for an
Okay.
entry. Like you would see it.
Okay.
You see it like.
Because I've seen it before, like on other, well, before you broke this down for me, and I would see that. But then by the time the candle closes, it doesn't close with a flap. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No.
maybe it
So
was because my timing was off.
are you using Hakanashi candles?
Yes, I'm using it. I'm
Okay.
doing everything you said exactly. But the only thing I know that I was doing wrong is that I wasn't doing it at the proper times. It's basically whenever I seen the setup, I was doing it. Like I wasn't
Just
marking up
enter.
my charts as good as like recently right now.
Okay. So when you see this pattern like this, so this is like your entry pattern right here.
Hmm.
You see after it prints that, it usually goes in that direction. Like um
Yeah,
the 30-minute is a stronger confirmation than the 15
yeah,
because it took an hour to do this. It took 1 hour to do the doji in this candle.
yeah.
You know, that's why the
Okay,
30-minute is a stronger confirmation, but you can catch the entry off the 15-minute too.
okay. I'll go with the 30-minute.
Yeah, the 30-minute is just a stronger confirmation because it took longer for it to happen.
Okay, so basically after 10 o'clock, once I get that doji rejecting off of the support,
Mm-hmm.
and I see a flat bottom
That's
forming
it.
on the next candle, I
That's your
can
entry.
enter right away.
Yeah, you can
All
enter.
right,
Yeah,
great.
you can enter because that's
All right,
usually when
great.
it's about to take off, especially when it's at. See how it took off from this level. When it gets to these levels
Yeah.
right here, it go like it and it go. This is not uncommon. Like if you see, like it's not
Okay.
uncommon for that to happen.
Okay.
Once
Okay, so can you explain the difference between the doji right next to it? Because it gave that pattern right before it,
right
the
here,
blue one.
this one.
Yeah, and the flat, but no, the right, yeah, right there, the doji, and then it gave the flat bottom right there. Why
It
wasn't
wasn't.
that
It was.
valid?
This was unclear price action, right here, because the doji and the flat happens after it was already happened after it was selling. This right here didn't happen after it was selling. This happened like while price action was unclear. When you see it wicking like this, doing these wicks like this on
Mhm.
Hakanashi candles, that's unclear price action. That's telling you that price is uncertain of which way it's gonna move, and you can see
Okay,
when it was doing this right here, boom, like doing the wicket, and then it did that pattern. That's still unclear price action because it was already showing you that price was unclear right here. Like previous, like if you look
okay,
previously, it was already showing you price was unclear. It's not. This is when it's doing this after a sell. This pattern after a sell, that's an indication of change of direction. You looking for that pattern like
okay.
for the market when it's changing direction. Like this is clear because it's after it was selling. It's like after you see that pattern when you're looking for the market to change direction at a certain level. That's when you're looking for that
Okay.
pattern. When you're looking for price to change direction at that level. Because even if you had entered here, you understand? Like it
Mhm.
still never
Yeah,
came back below this area because
yeah,
it's
yeah. It's still valid.
yeah, the area that it's in, it's above this. It's above the mid month area. Like when it comes up above this area, it goes it would take a strong candle to push back below it because this
Okay,
is a
okay,
strong area, like a strong resistance area.
okay, okay. Good, good, good. All right. Got it. All right.
But so you look for them patterns at the area at your support and resistance areas. So because you're looking for the market to change in your direction at those areas. So when it gets to those areas and you see it's within a order block, you're looking for the change of direction in that area. So you're looking for that pattern in that area of the change of direction. So I know it's at the midweek. I'll be looking for that pattern at the midweek area. I'm looking for it to change direction.
All right, all right. Great, great. All right. Yes. All right. Okay, you just taught me something new. XR wiki like that. Price is
Mm-hmm.
unclear when it smoothings out. That's
Yeah.
when, all right, time for action. All right, got
Yeah.
it.
Right now we still got 30 buying. We're gonna go and look at Nas. Nas and 30 usually move in the same direction. So when you got Nas buying, when you got 30 buying, you got Nas buying too. This was about called out Friday. Mm, took for a while. Okay, Nas made a new monthly high and a new weekly high. Yep, a new monthly, a new high. This is the only I don't typically have to adjust the monthly chart, but because it's making a new high,
Mhm.
that's why I'm adjusting it.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The high,
Like,
the Nas made a new monthly high. Look,
what did you
Yeah, I noticed.
get that for? Like, what
So
things?
you don't adjust the monthly high? You don't adjust it?
I
Because
don't
I
have to. I
adjusted mine.
don't typically have to adjust it, like unless it makes a new high. Like I don't have to adjust the monthly
Okay. Yeah.
unless it
Yeah,
makes a new
exactly.
high, a new low. But the Nas just made a new high, so I have to adjust the monthly so that the levels is correct.
Okay, great. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
So the new high for Nas is 24,743.13. The low didn't change. Um, yeah, just gotta locate the mid area. Press 7, 4, 9, 5.
Is there a certain time of the day you stop looking for trades, like when the volume stops? Because I heard you say before 12 o'clock is when everything dies out.
So I typically look for the trades during New York session, especially because I trade the
Hmm.
US 30 and the indices. I typically look during New York session. So around New York Open, around 8 o'clock, I'm looking to see if the market is starting to move in the direction that I'm anticipating, and I
Hmm.
start looking around that time, like around 8:30. I'm looking at the market.
Okay. Because I was doing some back testing or trying to, and I was noticing sometimes price takes off at like 4:30. Would you still enter in at that time
If
or
I
4 o'clock?
I will probably already be in a trade. I wouldn't like be looking for a trade at 4:30 because at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the market typically pulls back when London closes. The market pulls back to almost two entry to your entry. Like if you
Okay.
entered in at 8 o'clock, it might pull back almost like right near your entry typically.
All right. That's a gem. Okay.
Yeah, it market pulls back at noon, like around 1 o'clock. I done did a lot of back testing on it. Around 1 o'clock when London is closing or right after London is closing, you start seeing the market pull back and then you'll see it pick back up, but the market is pulling back at noon. So at noon, the best volume time is like the sweet spot is like between 9 and 11. It's like the good heavy volume in the market for indices.
Bet.
Get in there between 9 and 11. You can get in your positions. You can get your if you're gonna get some positions for swing hold, you can get a nice position and hold it, and then you're gonna see your good volume areas. Then, if you want to get a good scalp, you can get it. That's a good scalping time between 9 and 11 on indices.
Okay.
19,577.63 is the low, and the high
And
is
I love scalping.
the
Hey
high
man, call me the 9/11 scalper.
the high is 2474.13.
That's what's up.
We got 474.13 for the high, and for the low, it is 19,577.63 for the low. And the mid area is 20.25.88. So we still got the buy continuing on NOS. That's an engulfing that came out there on the 4 hour. That's an engulfing candle. So the volume for buying is still heavy, and it's still rejecting just like how you seen on the US 30. It's rejecting this area of the midweek. Here we had a retest to this area, and it continued to buy. So I'm anticipating for the buy to continue tomorrow. Just above this order block here, this daily order block. And it's above a candle above the 4 hour. So I'm gonna look for an entry more towards New York for NOS. So for NOS, I'm gonna look for an entry there as to where to take profit at. And I can post it more in the morning, but your stop loss would definitely be under this level. But I want to see where it's gonna pull back to, just because this candle here is fresh and it's hovering around a weekly high. We would need a pullback for an entry. But nah, Bitcoin has been consolidating. This is Bitcoin be choppy on the weekends. Weekly candle. Bitcoin got a weekly and a monthly high too. It's inside of a weekly sell order block right here on Bitcoin. It may retrace the high. I think Bitcoin is going to retrace the high before a pullback. The monthly high and the weekly high is the same for Bitcoin. We got it at 105.059.47. And all this is, this is the monthly. I'm just readjusting the monthly for Bitcoin. So the new mid area for Bitcoin is, for the month, is 96,296.91. And the weekly low is 94,935.09. For the weekly high and the weekly and the monthly weekly high and the monthly high is the same. 05947. And the low is 94,935.09. And the mid is 99,997.28. We got it within a okay.
Wait a minute, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. My bad.
Yeah, I think we lost Quita.
I said my internet just went out just as I was loading in the chart and then came back up. Like, I don't know. So we got Bitcoin and a weekly order block here. But what it's looking like based off of how this engulfing came out with Bitcoin, it is hovering around the top. That's a weekly daily order block that is in a sell order block. And it is short like this the way it's hovering like this and doing this. I will wait to see if it's gonna break this high and retrace the previous high because it's inside of this right here. And this is a strong order block. Yeah. We had strong sell volume come out of it, so I will wait to see it break this 106 area. So patience for Bitcoin, patience would be your best entry right here. Just have patience and wait for it to break the high. If it breaks this high, then you know that the buy is going to continue, but it has to break this order block in order for the confirmation on the buy, because this is a strong buy order block. So you want it to break that, and it's like just hovering at the top right now. So wait for the confirmation. And gold is still hovering at the low. The weekly low for gold is 32.59. And a weekly high for gold is 33.26.460. So we got the weekly high at 33.26.460 and a weekly low at 32.59. And the midweek level of support is 32.92.73. That's 730. And I think this month is off. Yeah, I know it was off. The monthly high has to be adjusted. Monthly high is 34.38.133. The monthly low didn't change. Got the monthly high at 34.38 because gold made a new high last week. 34.38.133, and the low is 30.46.425. Your 0.5 level for your month is 32.42.279. Right now, gold is below the weekly area. Right here. It's below the midweek right here.
And then you can go back to the Wednesday.
And it's been selling from the high, but it still hasn't broke below this. It hasn't broke below this area, which is a buy order block. Like we haven't had a candle that closed below it. So when we come into this area, we're looking for it to continue to buy because it has not broke this area right here. It's selling right now and it's below the midweek, but it's above this support right here. And this is a strong level support. If the sell is going to continue, it has to break this level. This mid-month level. It has to break this, and it has to break this order block. It has to break this area to tell me that it's going to continue to sell. If it doesn't break this area, I will be looking to take another buy. So I'll be looking to take a buy out of here if gold doesn't close below this. So if it comes into this area and it starts rejecting, you will have your stop loss underneath the area of rejection, under the order block, and you can hold it to the high. This will be a TP1 here, your weekly high. And this will be a TP2 for a longer hold. It retracing the previous high, which is also the monthly high for gold. So first profit will be your weekly high here. Second, here. So for the 30, I'm looking for a buy here. And I look for my buy during New York session. For gold, I look on the first candle of the after London. So the first candle like around 6 o'clock in the morning, you can see which way gold is getting ready to move. You can start like anticipating which direction it's gonna move in. But that's what you're looking for. So around 6 o'clock between London and New York, which would be between this time is when you should be looking for your entries for gold. So right around here is when you're looking for your entries for gold. Especially if gold is not breaking this area. And a break would be a 4-hour candle close below. Like below this area. Do y'all got any questions? So if y'all don't have any questions for next week, the weekly outlook for US 30 is we're looking for buy. For NASDAQ, we looking for NAS to continue in the buys. I would be looking for entries on those. For gold, we're waiting for gold to let us know what it want to do right here in this area, right at the mid-month area. We're waiting for confirmation on gold, as well as Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you want to wait for it to tell you what it's going to do, because right now it's rejecting the high, but it's like price action right here is unclear, so you don't know. So for Bitcoin, it's patience on the trade. So if we don't have no questions, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end it out. Let's get this money, okay? Y'all put this into action. Y'all keep
100 shots. 100 shots.
and I'm gonna post
How
this
did
video
they miss a
shortly.
whole 100 shots?
Let's go.
Well, let's go.